Welcome back. So today was a pretty exciting day. There's a few things I want to share, and I want to talk about two crypto that I'm really keeping my eyes on at this moment, because maybe we are starting that altcoin season that so many people, including myself, is waiting for. So today, obviously, a pretty exciting day. We saw Bitcoin go up to $122,000, new all-time high, and then we came back down a little bit. In fact, if you go back to my morning stream, I told you guys that it is likely that we go back down to 120, because when I showed the liquidation walls, the bottom one was right around 120. So it did not surprise me that we came back down, liquidated some longs. Unfortunately, the market makers like to do that. Market makers does not care if it's longs or shorts. They will try to wreck people. But that was quite predictable. And also the fact that, you know, we came up so much, so fast within the last few days, the weekend and so forth. So it did not surprise me that we came back down a little bit, just for also a little profit taking. And some of that money too went into alts for sure, because there are some alts that are doing very well and still holding. So Bitcoin right now, as I'm filming this, like 19.6 or something like that. Still very, very good shape. Tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow we got something big that we can get right away, a big catalyst boost right away at market bell, and that is the CPI report. CPI report is coming out. Anticipated that inflation will go up by 0.2%, headline and core. So if we come in at expectations, that's good. Decent. Not good or bad, but decent. But if we come in just like a tick under, 0.1 under, that's going to be a big catalyst. Big catalyst. A lot of people are very worried about inflation going up because of the tariffs. But any little indication that we may get a cut soon because inflation isn't rising, or because Powell's on his way out, would be very, very tremendous to the market. So tomorrow, right away at market open, when I'm streaming, we should know for sure if the market's going to be pumping or not. I think everyone's waiting for it. It's going to be the biggest thing of this week, I believe, the inflation report. So we'll see what happens, right? But outside of that, you know, Bitcoin did its usual thing. There were many reports I saw tonight about how Bitcoin's price movement right now is no longer speculation, not like previous cycles. Okay, previous cycle is all about like the 4-year cycle, the last year, last speculation where things will go. And you know, this cycle is just not. It's just endless buying. Like I show you guys in the morning every day. Endless buying, and it's not going to stop. Basically, that's why we are slow and steady upwards, and we're following the M2 money supply as well. As long as there's money out there and there's more of it being printed every single day, it's going to be good. It's going to be good for Bitcoin because there's going to be more money coming in. It's also good because there's inflation, and inflation is good for assets like Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin right now is the 5th largest asset on the planet. And a lot of the metrics show that, and charts show that, you know, we are on our way up. Next stop is somewhere between the 130s and 150s, so we'll have to just wait and see. We're not too far off. Tomorrow we could have a huge push up again. Even tonight. You know, Asia's been buying, so it's very different. These last few months, Asia, usually we see a sell-off at night when Asia wakes up, but over the weekend and at night yesterday, we had a huge upwards push, so it could be different now. Asia may be leading, not leading, but contributing to buying now. So I guess we'll see tonight. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, the two crypto that I'm really keeping my eyes on, and ones I talked about, it's not like out of the blue. Number one is Sui, and I've been a big fan of Sui for quite some time. I told you guys about it. You know, it had a tremendous beginning of the year, then kind of went down because of all the alts, all the, I guess, like almost like a mini downtrend since the tariff stuff. but the last week or so it has really recovered upward. It just shows you how many people love it. I mean, their stablecoin activity is sky high. TVL is still going up. Their ecosystem still doing well. I mean, they're a mini Solana, basically. The best way to put it. I feel like they could be the Solana of this cycle. I've said that before. And even someone like Raoul Pal is like 100% in Sui. So I think there's a lot of good things going on with them. And, you know, definitely keep my eyes on them. I've been DCing into them for quite some time, and I will continue to do so. But they're making some huge moves right now. If they keep going, they could be back into the $4 range and maybe heading to $5 like they were back in January, February, I believe. So, good for them. Another one is Say. One that I didn't really pay a lot of attention to. I know about them. They're out of Cosmos. They've been they're L2, L1 out of Cosmos. Cosmos L0. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to them until recently, but they're also hitting their strides now, and they have outperformed a lot of alts within the last month due to a couple reasons. Number one, they're trying to move to EVM. That's great, but the biggest reason is their stable coins. Wyoming chose them as the chain to support their own stable coin, but they're also involved with a lot of other stable coins as well. And they just partnered with Chainlink recently to utilize their CCIP for interoperability between different chains. And if they move to EVM, that'll be really good. And, you know, there's other activity too. They're also partnered up with the Trump Association. Eric Trump is an advisor. World Living Financial holds some say. So there's a lot of good stuff happening recently. So they've been making moves. So I'm going to keep my eyes on them as well. Because I think this week, I mentioned, Genius Bill may get some house time. And I don't think it's going to get passed this week, but if it does, anything related to stablecoins is going to do well, and I think Say is one of them. But all the other ones, all the other chains that can issue stablecoins or is supporting like some major DeFi project, I think they're all going to benefit. So these two, I'm really going to keep my eyes on. But outside of these two, I mean, the other usual suspects have been doing very, very well. XRP is doing well, really well. Cardano's coming up. A lot of you guys are Hedera fans and Algorand because they're American-based projects that I've talked about. They're coming up. Solana, of course. Avalanche. People don't really think of these projects as American-based, but they are. And there's many others too. Things are changing for the better. In America, all the regulations are changing more favorable. And I think any American-based project any crypto project in America is going to benefit greatly as we move forward later this year. So, and is it really the start of altcoin season? I don't know. We'll see. Bitcoin dominance started coming down about a week ago. And if it continues to go down and more strength gets into the alts and we see more money flow in, then that's fantastic. That's what we've been waiting for, right? The start of altcoin season. We haven't really seen it since like November. Remember November to January, how great it was, not only for Bitcoin, but for alts. Hopefully we can see something like that again. But tomorrow will be a big day, guys. So tune in tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, all right? Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.